You know that voice that says you're not good enough, smart enough, worthy enough. What if I told you that voice isn't actually yours, and you can turn it off? We'll explore where this inner critic really comes from, and I'll guide you through a meditation to help you find the quiet space beneath it. This section explores how we came to believe in our own inadequacy and the voice that constantly tells us we're lacking something. It reveals that this sense of emptiness isn't real. It's a case of mistaken identity where we've forgotten our inherent completeness and started trying to fill a void that was never actually there. Sarah sits in her car after a work meeting, replaying every word she said, convinced she sounded stupid. The voice in her head builds a case. See how they looked at each other. You always say the wrong thing. You don't belong here. She grips the steering wheel, feeling that familiar hollow ache in her chest, the sense that everyone else got some manual for life that she missed. This is the moment we all know. The voice has been running so long, we think it's us talking. But here's what's actually happening. We're wearing headphones we forgot we put on. That hollow feeling in Sarah's chest, we've all felt it. It's the sensation of being fundamentally lacking, as if something essential got left out when we were made. The voice tells us we need to earn our worth, prove our value, fill the emptiness with achievements or approval or love from others. But what if the emptiness itself is the lie? Think about it. When did you first decide you weren't enough? Was it when someone criticized your drawing in kindergarten? When you didn't make the team? When your parents seemed disappointed? Somewhere, you heard a message that you interpreted as, "Something's wrong with me," and you believed it. From that moment on, you started a project, fix yourself. Fill the void. Become worthy. The voice in your head became your constant companion, pointing out every flaw, every mistake, every way you fall short. You thought it was helping you improve, but really it was just playing the same track on repeat. Not good enough yet. Sarah drives home, the voice still chattering. You should have prepared better. Why didn't you speak up sooner? They probably think you're incompetent. She's been carrying these headphones for so long, she doesn't even feel their weight anymore. Here's what we missed. Before that first criticism, before we learned to doubt ourselves, we were already complete. Not perfect in the way the world defines it, making no mistakes, pleasing everyone, but whole in a much deeper sense. Watch a toddler explore the world. They're not worried about being good enough. They don't compare themselves to other toddlers. They just are, curious, present, unashamed of their existence. That's our natural state. That's what we started with. We didn't lose this wholeness. We just forgot it was there. We started believing we needed to earn what was already ours. It's like having a fortune in the bank but living as if we're broke because we lost the account number. The voice convinced us we need to become something we're not, fix something that isn't broken, fill something that was never empty. We've been trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Sarah pulls into her driveway, exhausted from the mental replay. She's done this after every meeting for years, always finding evidence that she's falling short, always trying harder, never arriving at good enough. But then something shifts. As Sarah sits in her parked car, she notices something for the first time. The voice sounds exactly the same as it did 10 years ago. Same tone, same phrases, Same relentless criticism. It hasn't evolved or grown more sophisticated. It's just noise. Suddenly she can feel them, the headphones she's been wearing, the constant commentary that she thought was her own thinking. You always say the wrong thing. But wait, always. Every single time. That's not analysis. That's just a broken record. This is the moment everything changes. When we realize the voice isn't offering helpful feedback or protecting us from failure. It's just replaying old programming, like a playlist stuck on repeat. The voice says we need to change ourselves. But what if we just need to take off the headphones? Think about your own inner critic. Does it ever say anything new? Or is it the same greatest hits album? Not smart enough. Not attractive enough. Behind everyone else, playing since you were young. When we really listen, we hear it for what it is. Not wisdom. Not truth. Not even our own thoughts. Just noise we learn to mistake for ourselves. Sarah does something she's never done before. She stops arguing with the voice. She stops trying to defend herself or prove it wrong. She just lets it play. And something remarkable happens. When we stop engaging with the inner critic, when we stop feeding it with our resistance and our belief, it starts to fade. Not immediately, it's been playing for years. But there are gaps now, little moments of quiet between the thoughts. In those gaps, Sarah feels something she'd forgotten existed: peace. Not the peace of finally being good enough. She hasn't changed anything about herself. It's the peace of realizing she never needed to. The wholeness was there all along, waiting beneath the noise. This is what happens when we take off the headphones. We don't hear a better voice telling us how wonderful we are. We don't need a new playlist of positive affirmations. We just find the quiet that was always there. The space where we don't need to be fixed because we were never broken. The relief is immediate and profound. All that effort, all that striving, all that self-improvement, we can just stop. Not stop growing or learning, but stop trying to repair a fundamental flaw that was never there. Over the next days, Sarah notices the headphones more quickly. In meetings, when the voice starts its critique, she recognizes it. Oh, there's that old playlist again. She doesn't fight it. She doesn't believe it. She just lets it play itself out while she stays present to what's actually happening. And what's actually happening is usually fine. Her contributions to meetings are thoughtful. Her colleagues respect her insights. The disaster story the voice is spinning has no relationship to reality. This is the practice, noticing the headphones, choosing not to believe the noise, returning to the quiet underneath. Each time we do this, the voice loses a little more power. Each time we choose presence over the playlist, we remember our original wholeness. We don't need to become better versions of ourselves. We need to stop believing we're broken versions. The emptiness we've been trying to fill was never there. It was just the echo of the headphones, creating a phantom pain for a wound that doesn't exist. When we finally take them off, and we all can, starting right now, we discover what was true all along. We're not works in progress. We're not problems to be solved. We're already whole, already complete, already enough. We just forgot to turn off the noise that told us otherwise. The quiet is here, waiting. It's always been here, and in that quiet, we find the truth the voice never wanted us to know. There's nothing to fix. There never was. If you're finding value here, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. And now, let's shift into a quiet guided meditation together. Let yourself settle into this moment. No need to fix your posture or control your breath. Just arrive here, as you are. Notice your body in this space. Feel where it makes contact with the surface beneath you. Let that contact remind you that you're supported, held, already at rest. Your breath is moving on its own. No effort needed. It knows what to do. It's been knowing what to do since the moment you were born. If you notice any tension in your body, you don't need to release it. Just notice it with kindness. It's been trying to protect you, help you, keep you safe. Thank it for its service. Let it know it can rest now. Somewhere in your mind, the voice might still be playing. The familiar commentary. The old playlist. You don't need to turn it off or argue with it. Just notice. Oh, there it is again. The headphones are still on. And now notice what else is here. Beneath the voice. Around it. Behind it. The quiet. The space. It's always been here, waiting patiently while the noise played on. You might feel an urge to fill this quiet, to think about something, to figure something out. That's the old habit. Instead, just rest here. Let the quiet be quiet. In this stillness, nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be different. You don't need to be better or more or other than you are right now. This moment is complete. You are complete in it. Feel how your body knows this is true. How it settles a little deeper when you stop trying to improve it. How your breath eases when you stop monitoring it. How your mind softens when you stop demanding it be different. This is your natural state. Not the voice. Not the striving. Not the sense of lack. This quiet completeness. This simple presence. This enoughness that needs nothing added to it. Stay here as long as you like. The quiet will remain. It always does. Whenever the headphones feel heavy, whenever the voice grows loud, this silence waits beneath, ready to welcome you home. When you're ready, let your breath deepen slightly. Move your fingers and toes gently. Open your eyes when it feels natural. Carry this quiet with you. It belongs to you. It always has. We're glad you practiced with us today. If it's helpful, a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles is available via the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a short comment like, "I am grateful. Thank you for taking this time to sit with yourself, to question that inner voice we've all carried for so long." As you move through your day, remember, the headphones can come off anytime. The quiet underneath is always there, always yours. Be gentle with yourself as you practice noticing the difference between the noise and who you really are. Until next time, rest in knowing you're already whole.